Tony Buzbee filed a motion to a judge to remove himself as a counsel in a Diddy lawsuit. We can almost guarantee that Diddy was hoping that his cases would be dismissed because Tony Buzbee was not properly registered with the Southern District of New York. But the judge has just granted Tony Buzbee's motion to drop himself as counsel on this Diddy case and the plaintiff to continue with the other lawyers that were also signed on to these cases. Now, as you know, Tony Buzbee has about 22 cases in the Southern District of New York. And in this case, this judge asked Tony Buzbee why he never informed him that he wasn't properly registered or he never applied pro hac biche after it was called out in the Jane Doe case with Jay-Z by Alex Spiro. Now, Tony Buzbee responded to this by filing a motion to the judge asking to be dismissed from this case. That way it can move forward with the other counsel. Tony Buzbee said, "I made an error in judgment by failing to inform you that I was not admitted to the Southern District. I now seek to remedy this error by withdrawing my representation of the plaintiff in this matter pending the resolution of my admission to this court." As an attorney in good standing of the New York State Bar and the Texas State Bar and your sister district, the Bar for the Eastern District of the State of New York, I believe I am qualified and should not be precluded from representing this plaintiff in this action. But at this time, however, my admission status has become a distraction that has shifted the focus of this matter away from where it should be, which is securing justice for this plaintiff. The plaintiff will continue to be represented by the remaining counsel of the record, the Curtis Law, as I sort these issues out. And just like we saw when Diddy's lawyer quit, this is something that is filed in a motion and the judge does have to accept it, but normally it's something they will accept because a case has a right to be heard legally in the court of law. Now, we know in one of his 22 cases filed in the Southern District of New York, Tony Buzbee did apply for pro hac biche, but the other cases I have checked and there is no different movement. He hasn't dropped out yet, nor has he applied pro hac biche. A lot of people were worried that these Diddy cases might have been dismissed in their entirety because of Tony Buzbee's big mistake. This isn't a little mistake. This is something that he honestly should have known better. But I knew that these cases weren't going to get totally dismissed. Out of the other 20-some cases that are in the Southern District of New York right now, there is no new movement. We know that Tony Buzbee has dropped out of this case. He has filed pro hac biche in another case. So I'm assuming, in my own opinion, he's probably going to drop out of more of them because that would be an easier way to get these cases rolling where the plaintiffs don't have to worry about anything. But the judges in the other 20 cases haven't said anything yet, so it is possible that Tony Buzbee could also apply for pro hac biche in these other cases. And in my opinion, I think Tony Buzbee did the right thing by dropping out of this case and saying, hey, this is about the plaintiff. I did wrong. I didn't do what I was supposed to do, so let me drop out completely and we'll let the other law firm that is registered in the Southern District of New York handle it. So a lot of these other Diddy cases are probably going to move exactly like this, and they're not going to get dismissed because Tony Buzbee wasn't registered in the Southern District of New York. Now, was this wrong? Yes, it was. But does this mean these victims are never going to get their day in court with Diddy? No. You can almost guarantee that Diddy is probably not happy about this. He was probably praying that this little slip up was going to have all of these 22 cases in the Southern District of New York dismissed against him. Tony Buzbee also has like 14 cases filed in the state of New York against Diddy. But I'll keep following all of these cases just like I've done today, checking to make sure if Tony Buzbee filed pro hac biche or if he dropped out of them completely. But as of right now, there is no more movement on any of these other 20 cases, only the two, pro hac biche and this one that he just dropped. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.